As we all know, farmers are some of the hardest people to buy things for. So that's why I decided to make this video with 5 great Christmas gift ideas for the farmer in your life. Now before we start, I want to make one thing very clear. None of these items are sponsored. These are all items that I have owned for more than 6 months, and I put them on this list because I believe that they are actually extremely useful and extremely helpful for not only my family on the farm or your family on the farm, but honestly for a lot of people in a lot of different professions. So the range of products here is like $30 to $350. They're not in order or anything. And I'm just gonna start going through these randomly, tell you what they are, how much they cost, and why I love them. So the first thing on the list here is the Rapid Air Preset Tire Inflator. This thing is incredible. I mean, you can tell just by looking at it how grimy and disgusting this thing is just from how much we've used it. So right here is my sprayer tire, and it's getting pretty low in air. So what I can do is I can take the Rapid Tire Air Inflator, hook it up to my air compressor. Now this end of the hose has a clip holder, so I'm able to put it on the valve stem and it stays there. So then I can turn this tire inflator on, and it'll tell me how much air is in that tire. So it's 8.9, 8.8 pounds of pressure in that tire. Then hitting this button, I can choose what I want to put in it. So I want it to be at like 23. Then I hit start, and then it will fill this tire till it gets to 23 PSI, and it will shut itself off. There we go. Now it's done. And now my sprayer tire probably wasn't the best example of when to use this Rapid Tire Air Inflator, but there's some other times where it is an absolute lifesaver. Take semi-trucks, for example. First of all, semi-truck tires are pretty large. Second of all, there's a lot of them. And third of all, they need 100 PSI in order to be properly inflated. Now, especially if you don't have a super high capacity air compressor, that can take forever to fill one of those tires. With the Rapid Tire Air Inflator, you just plug it in, set it to 100 PSI, hit start, and you can walk away and forget about it. Or take these large tractor tires, for example. While these might not need a ton of PSI, they are massive and they probably take 20-25 minutes to inflate each one. So if you're sitting there by hand, inflating, checking, well, by the time you go around the entire tractor, you could waste an hour or more. So having the Rapid Tire Inflator, you connect it, you set it, you forget it. And then you could go away for 10 minutes, you could go away for an hour, it doesn't matter. When you get back, that tire will be properly inflated. But not only does it inflate tires, it'll also deflate tires. So when it gets cold out, you have to inflate all your semi-truck tires up to 100 PSI, but then when it gets warm out again, all of a sudden every single tire is overinflated. So using the Rapid Tire Air Inflator, you're able to go around and deflate all those tires to a desired pressure, and just saves a lot of time and is very consistent. I use this thing for filling up my car tires, just because I can set the pressure once and I can do all 4 tires, and then I know that they are all the exact same. So these go for about $150 on Amazon. I do have a link to everything in this video down below. Now they are affiliated links, or most of them are at least. So that just means that if you purchase it using my link, I'll get a little bit of a kickback. But for $150, if you have a lot of tires on your farm or your business, and you're constantly inflating and deflating tires, worth every penny. We're gonna take a quick break to talk about today's video sponsor, BetterHelp. Have you found the perfect gift to get for everyone special in your life this holiday season? Why not get that perfect gift for yourself to help with all the holiday stress? That's where BetterHelp comes in. Whether you're dealing with stress from work, seeing the in-laws for the first time in 6 months, or just feeling a bit anxious that nobody will like your pasta salad that you brought to the family gathering, BetterHelp connects you with licensed therapists who can offer guidance and support tailored to your needs. One of my favorite things about BetterHelp is how flexible it is. You can communicate with your therapist through text, phone, or video, whatever fits in your schedule. And and you get to choose a therapist based on your preferences and the issues that you're facing. The app is super user-friendly. You can easily schedule sessions, track your progress, and even access resource articles and worksheets that can help you between appointments. And don't worry about fitting therapy into your busy life. Since it's all online, you can have your sessions from the comfort of your home, your favorite coffee shop, or even from the warmth of your stuck car because you forgot how to drive during the winter. I think one of the best things about BetterHelp is that it removes some of the barriers to getting help. You don't have to worry about long waits for appointments or the stress of commuting during the busy holiday season. It's all about making mental health support accessible and convenient. BetterHelp is offering a special discount to help get you guys started. Just go to betterhelp.com/6gen or click the link below for 10% off your first month and see how they can help you navigate life's challenges. That's betterhelp.com/6gen or click the link down below in the video description. Take the first steps towards feeling better today. Next on the list is something that is a little bit unconventional, I guess you could say, but weirdly has a lot of uses. And that would be the FLIR camera, or FLIR, however you pronounce it. All this little thing is a thermal camera that plugs right into your smartphone, like that, and now you have a thermal camera. So I originally bought this when I needed to do some drilling on my dad's shop floor, and he has in-floor heat. So he has heat tubes running inside the concrete in his shed. And obviously I didn't want to puncture one of these things because it is basically unrepairable. So I bought this little camera, plugged it in my phone. I was able to mark out every single in-floor heat line with chalk. And then when it came to drilling in the floor, we didn't hit anything. But I started seeing these go around on different farmers on TikTok and Instagram, and I realized there's a ton of different uses for these things. I saw one farmer using this every single night to check if there's any bad bearings on his combine. I've seen farmers use it to check bearings and other items on their grain setups, on their legs, on their tractors. Heck, if you're pulling a trailer and you don't know if the wheel bearings are bad or not, pull this out. You can see if one's hotter than the other ones. And now I've never actually tried this, but I've thought about it here recently. I wonder if I could use this to help find hot spots in grain. If I go on the top of a grain bin, if I could just point this down, and if one area of the bin's hotter than the other ones, I think this would be able to tell. I'm not 100% sure on that. Anyways, these are really small, they're really compact, they come with a nice little carrying case, and it is a perfect size to throw in the armrest of your tractor, or in the armrest of your combine, or of your pickup, or wherever you want to put it. Nice little zipper, it's nice and padded in there, easy, super thin, toss it anywhere, toss it on top of a toolbox, wherever you think you might need it. So these typically, or this model specifically, typically goes for $200. Now, when you're on Amazon looking at these things, they do have a lot of different models, and some are compatible with some phones and some are not compatible with others. So make sure you get the right one for your cell phone. I'll leave a couple of different links down below, but right now they are running a massive Black Friday sale, like 25% off these things on Amazon. So I'll leave those links down below. Now, number 3 is something that you probably wouldn't think of getting a farmer, but it's a vacuum cleaner. But not just any vacuum cleaner. This is the Bissell Little Green Pro Heat. Now, I have the pet model, which basically just came with like some pet stain formula stuff, but you don't need to get the pet model. But this is a hot water vacuum which can suck a lot of dirt and debris out of carpet and upholstery. I'm gonna do a quick demonstration with this thing with you guys. Farmers by nature are dirty people. We're constantly in the dirt, in the mud, in the dust, and you name it, we're probably been in it. And you probably have a seat or two or carpet or some sort of upholstery in some piece of equipment or vehicle or even in a house or an office that when you hit it, a big old dust cloud comes out of it. Now this vacuum uses water to soak up the upholstery first and then vacuums that dirty water out. And it can it can collect some pretty nasty stuff sometimes. So I filled my clean water tank. I'm now gonna turn it on. And there's a little handle, a little button right here that actually squirts out water. So I'm just gonna wet this seat down really nice. I'll start with that much. And then you just start vacuuming. And now you can do multiple passes or whatever, but check out the nasty water that's going back into this vacuum. So far, all I've done is the bottom of this seat twice, and look at that is clear plastic you're seeing, but it looks brown because there's so much dirt in this seat. Okay, so I finished my seat, and you see that nasty brown liquid right there? That's what came out. So this is one of those items that not necessarily built for a farmer or made for a farmer, but works really good, especially if you got equipment that has cloth or upholstered seats. But to be honest, this is great for anybody. Anybody that just lives life and has some sort of carpet or upholstery or something. I have a good friend that has something very similar to this, not this exact model, but they did it to their couch. And the amount of disgusting crap that came out of their couch was actually pretty incredible. But even for things like the carpet of your car, even if you have rubber floor mats, stuff still gets down in there, and now you have a really good way to clean it. So at the time of filming, the little green Pro Heat model, not the pet model, is $142 on Amazon, and I think it's well worth it. Now there's a ton of different brands of these water vacuums. I don't even know what the official term for them is, but basically every large vacuum manufacturer has a model of this. I just happened to buy the Bissell because that was what was a good deal when I was looking for them, and I've been very happy with it. Next, we got a cheap and just really quick option here, and it is a water bottle. But not just any water bottle, this is the LTT water bottle. So LTT, or Linus Tech Tips, is a YouTube channel that actually makes some super high quality products as well. And this is their 64-ounce water bottle. I bought it here a little over a year ago, I suppose, and I absolutely love this thing. It's fully insulated, it's huge, and it is very well built. I have definitely had this fall off of semi-trucks, out of tractor cabs, onto the rocks. Got a couple dings in it, but it's $30, and it is by far the best built, best insulated water bottle I have ever had. One time I left it in a tractor overnight during the spring, and when I came back the next day, the water was still pretty cold in it. It was pretty impressive. I actually ended up getting one of these for my dad as well, and he loves it just as much as I do. So if your farmer needs a good water bottle for a decent price, check out the Linus Tech Tips ones. They got computer print stuff on them, which not all farmers are probably gonna be into, but I don't really care. I just like having cold water. And now for gift idea number 5. This is another thing that I don't know what I would do without them now that I've had them. And that is NOCO battery maintainers and NOCO jump packs. Now when you look online, if you Google battery maintainer, there's gonna be 100 to 200 different brands of battery maintainers. But in terms of battery maintainers, it is actually really important that you get a good quality brand. My dad was talking with a local fire chief, and the local fire chief said the #1 cause of fires in the past 2 or 3 years has been garage fires because of battery maintainers. So NOCO is a super good brand. I trust these things. I put one of these battery maintainers on dang near every single piece of equipment that ever sits for any period of time. Because let's face it, there is nothing worse than going to start a piece of equipment for the first time in a month, 2 months, 3 months, or however long it may have been, and coming to a completely dead battery. Not only is it just a waste of time, but second of all, every time a battery dies or gets really weak, it actually significantly decreases its life. I have ruined multiple batteries on my car. So my car, I don't drive it during the winter. Once it snows, it goes in the garage. I have killed 2 batteries in 2 years from letting it sit in the garage during the winter, the uninsulated garage. I go to start it, it's dead. So I charge it, start it, let it sit for a while more, it's dead. I now have one of these permanently on my car. And when it comes to wintertime, I plug it in, don't worry about it. The next time I go to start it, starts right up. It's 2 or 3 times paid for itself. And like everything else, they have a ton of different battery maintainers. They got some low amperage ones, some 1 amp, 2 amps. Those are for your smaller, side-by-sides, ATVs, cars, even small trucks. But then they got some larger amperage ones, which are for bigger equipment, bigger vehicles, things with multiple batteries. So I'll leave a link to a bunch of those down in the description. There's some that are alligator clamps like this that are kind of temporary, and there's ones that are direct mount. So these will bolt directly to a battery, and then they're kind of permanent there. That's what I got in the back seat of my car. But yeah, we use these in everything. Basically every single tractor that sits in the shed over the winter that we don't use has one of these on it, and it has saved us probably thousands of dollars in batteries. Now, depending on the size that you get, on the amperage, they're anywhere from $40 to $140. NOCO is running a pretty good Black Friday deal on Amazon right now, so I'll leave those links down below. But NOCO also makes battery jumpers, and we love these things. Sometimes you park equipment not near an outlet, so you're not able to use these things. Or sometimes people leave the keys on overnight and you get to it the next morning and it's completely dead. That's where these come in. I think this is a NOCO Boost X. I believe this one's like $350, $400, something like that. I'm not 100% sure. I'll put it up on the screen. But we use these things all the time. We have jump-started tractors with these things. They are incredible. Now, fortunately, unfortunately, I don't have anything to go jumpstart right now. As far as I'm concerned, everything that we have is working correctly. But just like go read the reviews and watch YouTube videos if you're not sure about them. I mean, they are amazing. So there we go. Those are my 5 Christmas ideas for a farmer, or to be honest, basically anyone in an industry. Now, if you think I missed something, let me know down below. I'd love to see what you guys are getting for your farming friends and family, because to be honest, I kind of need some ideas, because all my good ones I've already, like this was actually a gift to my dad 2 years ago, and we use it every single day. So let me know what you guys think down below. It's my first time creating a video like this, so let me know if you think I did a good job, bad job. Yeah, love to hear from you guys. Hit that like button too. See you in the next one.